great damage.
No, General Qureshi, one is rhetoric. On the one side there are comments, then there is action. The voice samples of the handlers in Pakistan. That's something our Home Minister has been asking for several months now. Till now, there's been no forward movement. There was a commission from Pakistan which was supposed to come. That hasn't happened. This is moving at snail's pace. It's one thing to consistently reiterate in meetings that you're sensitive about India's demand for justice in 2611, and yet you do nothing about it.
So, frankly, I'm not part of the meetings that happen between India and Pakistan as of today or in the last 3 years. But I do know, and I'm not trying to prove anything to either the people of Pakistan or the people of India. I guess each one has a certain conviction. But what I'm trying to say is, please do not think that all delegations and all communication with India that Pakistanis do is based on lies. And we get the feeling that each time we say something, somebody calls back and says, "Oh, you're just being blind, or you're just not acknowledging what is happening." That's not true. I'm sure over the last 10 years I've seen with President Musharraf, and later on I do not know what's happening today, but I do get a feeling that Pakistan's still convinced that we have to reduce tensions between the two countries. Now, if the country and the government is convinced of this, I do not think that they would try to prevent justice being done to people who have terrorized people in India and have terrorized people in Pakistan.
Okay.
Let me
take up the next question we're putting on the show. Are India and Pakistan taking baby steps to nowhere in particular? We've seen so far, there's been an agreement to increase cross-border trade. More trucks will ply on more days of the week. There are some other confidence-building measures that have been spoken of. But Sushant Sareen, there is no real forward movement. If you actually look at what's been done, there are lots of small baby steps, which is probably all that could have been expected. But given the positions of the two countries, are we really taking these baby steps which might not really amount to anything big? So we are talking, but it's more about the semantics than leading to any major breakthrough.
Look, I think the context is very important. We are still trying to pick up the pieces, from the time when the dialogue was completely ripped apart by the Mumbai attacks. We are still trying to put it back on the rails. To expect that, there has, while whatever Mr. Qureshi is saying, with all due respect to him, we don't get the kind of feeling which he's trying to espouse, that there has been a sea change in the Pakistani perceptions of India, or that Pakistan has actually made a major strategic shift and now is actually desirous of putting all the uncomfortable things in the background and moving ahead to the extent possible. So we are not getting that feeling. Nevertheless, the point is that even if you want to bring the dialogue back on the rails, to expect that there'll be some kind of a big bang breakthrough, I'm afraid that was not going to happen. Nobody even was trying for that. They were trying for only small steps. While they are called confidence building measures, they don't really build too much confidence, but nevertheless, they can be called important from the point of view of how much they affect the lives of common people. For example, if fishermen get relief, if they inadvertently cross over into other people's territories, if old and infirm people manage to travel across the borders, if there is greater openness along the LOC, I think everybody is better off for it. And there is no reason to, there might not seem to be very, very big steps in the context of the larger issues between India and Pakistan, but nevertheless, these are important moves forward.
These are small steps. These are small steps, correct?